Thanks, Matt. Yeah, okay, everyone. Let's take a look at how Figured can really help you and your clients understand the financial performance of their cropping enterprises. And to keep this straightforward, we've structured this and approach into these sort of three progressive levels. And the level you'll work with really depends on the reporting needs of your client or simply, the detail you have available. So, this will naturally influence the depth of insight you can really unlock. So, first up, we have this financial basis only. And at this level, you're tracking the total income and expenses associated with the cropping enterprise as a whole. So you're not actually breaking it down into individual crops. So there's actually no need to enter or have access to yield data, hectares per crop, or quantities produced for each individual crop. This is basically enough to calculate an overall gross margin for the entire cropping enterprise. So really a great starting point, and this will pull through into your other reports as well. So you're going to get for your crop gross margin here, what your total income is for any crops that you've sold, what the total costs are associated, and what that gross margin is. And next we move into this intermediate level, and here's where we start to layer in those crucial production metrics. So this includes the key details like your hectares planted, the yields harvested, or things like your tons sold. And while you're tracking the direct costs at the overall sort of enterprise level, you're now directly sort of linking in those production numbers to that income generated from the farm. So sort of a step up on top of that sort of basic level, and then sort of finally jumping through to this detailed level. And this provides you, that complete sort of visibility, right? With both income and direct costs broken right down into each individual crop type and season, and even at a paddock level, if that's sort of the information or detail that you're wanting to go to. If I go across here, this is going to allow you to generate, again, the crop gross margin report, but now for each specific sort of crop type. So in this specific example here, I've broken it down into canola, wheat, and barley, and you can really sort of pinpoint, which of the crops are delivering the most value, identify sort of areas that might need attention, or strategically plan for future seasons here as well. You'd be able to compare, season on season for each specific crop type as well. So if you wanted to see canola a few years in a row, as well as now producing a crop season summary report. And I spoke to that level of detail before, going down to that sort of paddock level information. I've got two fields here, and this is where you start to lay in that metric level. So what are we producing per hectare, per ton? Again, you're going to get any costs that are associated down to that paddock level information as well.